Recently, I went on vacation to Disneyland with my family, and it was so fun. But I knew before I was going on vacation that I was probably going to gain weight. And the reason is that when I go on vacation, I am on vacation. So I'm on vacation from eating my specific diet plan that I eat pretty much all the time when I'm at home. But I'm going to eat foods I enjoy. I'm going to eat out at restaurants with my family and eat the same foods that they're eating. I'm not going to restrict myself. If I want a churro, I'm going to have a churro. And I had 2. So when I got back, I wasn't surprised. I had actually gained 4 pounds on the scale. We left on Sunday and we came back Wednesday evening. And that next Thursday, I was up 4 pounds. Now, I knew realistically that you can't gain 4 pounds in a week unless you're really gorging yourself, and I wasn't. So I knew that 4 pounds was a combination of water weight from the sodium in the food that I was eating, and also some water weight from the higher carbs in my diet. So eating a higher carb diet, your body holds on to more water to keep the glycogen stores up. And so I knew that some of it was water weight, some of it was actual weight gain. I wasn't sure how much of each it was, but I knew that there was some percentage of both. So I did what I always do when I get back from vacation or when I have a treat meal. The next day, I immediately get back on the plan. I've been doing this for over a year now. I have very specific foods that I eat typically around the same time every day, the same meals. I may switch them up throughout the day, but I pretty much will eat the same 4 meals every single day. And if you're new here, I eat a completely keto diet. I eat under 20 grams of net carbs per day when I'm not on vacation or I'm not indulging in a treat meal. So I immediately got back on my keto diet, eating my same foods. Okay, so the day after I started eating the keto diet, I was down 1 pound. And the second day that I was on my keto diet, I lost another pound. So I immediately lost 2 pounds in about 2 days. So I knew that was water weight. And then I kept eating my keto diet for the next couple of days and just monitored what my weight loss change was. And my goal was to get to where I started maintaining at a specific weight. In other words, I wasn't losing anything anymore from day to day. So probably around day 4 or 5, that's when that started happening. I noticed after I lost about 2 pounds, I pretty much kind of plateaued. And so I knew, okay, I gained about 2 pounds while I was on vacation. That was true weight gain. Because by that time, all of my water weight that I would have retained would be gone because I started eating low carb again. So for the next 3 days, I just continued eating on my plan. I started eating a little bit lower calories once I saw that my weight had plateaued, because I knew that I was going to have to start pulling back just a little bit so that I'd start to get that traction on my weight loss so I could get back down to my original weight before I went on vacation. I also started taking 45-minute walks when I got back. Now, this was something I started last year when I was about 6 months into my journey, and I noticed that kind of helped me lose a little bit more weight once I started incorporating those about 4 times a week. And when I say 45-minute walks, I mean not slow pace, but I wasn't sprinting or even fast walking. I was just walking at a regular pace that felt very comfortable, but I did it for 45 minutes around the park. And by going back to the way I always eat when I'm at home and then incorporating those 45-minute walks on Friday morning, a week after we got back. So we got back Wednesday. A week later, on the Friday morning, I was back down to the weight I was before I left on vacation. So what's really nice about me having my habits established and me knowing exactly what foods I eat and when I eat them on keto when I'm at home is that when I come back from vacation, I can lose any weight that I gained from vacation pretty much within that first week. And that's a great feeling when you get to the point where you have your system nailed down. You know exactly what you can eat and what it's going to take for you to get back on track. And you can also trust yourself to get back on track. I used to get off track many years ago, and then I would never get back on. I would fall off the horse, but I would never get back on the horse. I didn't know how to get back on track. But now after doing this for over a year and a half, I do. So I'm going to continue on my weight loss journey. I've got about 10 to 20 pounds left to go. I say 10 to 20 because I'm not really sure yet where I'm going to feel like I'm there. I know it's going to be somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds. So I'm going to continue to do that. If you're on a weight loss journey over 50, let me know down in the comments. Also, I'd love to say hi for you. Let me know what's working for you on your weight loss journey. I'd really love to hear it, and I think other people would like to hear about your experience as well. I'll see you next time.